Personnel Committee will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Virginia Bell.
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney.
Present.
Ms. Joyce Porter.
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph.
Here.
Ms. Miranda Watts. Here. All members present.
Okay, one item, receive personnel.
Good evening, board members and committee members. As you can see, our report is a little short this month. We had 3 new hires, 2 resignations, and 2 terminations, with 1 person retired from the district. And below you will see the vacancies listed for this school year, which is our 18-19 school year. So these are the vacancies for this year. If you turn to the second page, the auditors are now requiring us to make sure we keep up with our turnover rates. And so what I started to do is, while I'm doing the personnel report, I added this section to our personnel report to make sure that we keep up with the turnover rates every month. And as you can see from last year, this is only for teachers and administrators. It's not for any other support staff. So, and administrators at the school level. So we had 2 people that was terminated. We had 7 vacancies, which gave us a total of 9 altogether. And we had 73 teachers, and they gave us a percentage rate of 12% for the turnover rate for last month. And on the third page is our vacancies for the upcoming school year, which is our 1920 school year. We had our staffing meeting and we went over all the positions and went over the things that we need to add for next school year. So all that's been added to this list and being advertised as we speak. Tomorrow, between the end of March and beginning of beginning of April, we've had several recruitment fairs that we participated in this year. We expanded a little bit. We went to Alcorn and to University of Southern Mississippi and in Mississippi. What I noticed is that we're not the only ones, like we said, all along looking for new teachers. So there are a lot of school districts from Louisiana going into Mississippi that are within 2-hour driving distance to recruit new teachers. So we've been doing that, and then we also went to the University of Louisiana in Lafayette. We went to LSU and Southeastern. This year, we are promoting our new ancillary program, and that's what we shared with a lot of the students that were coming to our taking novels for our recruitment fair. And we also promoted our $1,000 signing bonus. On tomorrow, we're going to have our first parish-wide recruitment fair held here. So when we all leave here, we have to flip this room over and turn it into a recruitment fair. But tomorrow, and we're going to promote, like I said, our $1,000 signing bonus ancillary program. We'll be advertising and hiring for custodians, school service workers, teachers, as well as substitute teachers and substitute food service workers. So, if anybody else is looking for a position having to come by, we'll have the principals or they'll send a designee out to represent their school and talk to whoever come in for participating in our fair tomorrow. That'll be 10 to 2. If you don't have any questions. Thank you.
We're very excited about our job fair that's coming up tomorrow. If you have an opportunity, I'd ask that you all just stop by to see how everything is running. Ms. Watson did a great job at putting this together, so I'm very excited about offering this opportunity for the community.
How do we get the word out? Did we send information home with the children?
Yes, we sent information home to the children. We sent information home. I text to people, particularly people at various churches that I know will make those announcements at church. I've been announcing at my church every Sunday. We put it on Facebook. We shared it with the staff members here. So anybody we come in contact with, we just been making sure that we spread the word about the recruitment fair.
And then the robocalls.
And robocalls as well. We send that home, so we make sure they get that. So thanks to Miss Macy. We send robocalls home every week, and we sent it home a few days this week already.
Okay. Any other questions? That concludes the personnel. The budget and finance will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Virginia Bell, Dr. Byron Hurst, Ms. Linda Cheney, Dr. Kelly Joseph,
Here.
Ms. Amy Hagler
Here.
Dr. Candace Robinson.
Present.
Ms. Tracy Womack.
Okay, first item, receive and consider approval of the ongoing budget. You have a substitute, right?
Remember, first side, so you know, for the council.
Mr. Anthony Travis.
Here.
Okay, first item is to receive and consider approval of the ongoing budget.
Good afternoon. We have one notice 2018-19.
Okay.
We have two buyers, we have white one, 2018-19. Turn the general fund section. And I apologize for the copies. The copier put a line through everything. So try to get you a better copy for the regular board. On the first page, I revised the revenues from the beginning of the year, up $85,000 to $9,067.38. This was an increase in MFP due to an increase in our student account. It was actually a little bit more than that, but we had audit adjustment in the prior year, so that's what we added. Under regular programs, special ed programs, first couple lines, you'll see our revised down. That's due to the non-cert teachers. And I had to increase student transportation because of our routes, our contract routes went up some, and also the increase in insurance that we pay for bus routes. So overall, also, I'm sorry, on other uses of funds, you'll see that I increased that, and what that is, that $1.3 million that we reserved for the van complex at the hospital, we reserved it in fund balance, and because we've done construction, we had to transfer it into capital project fund. So it's showing that we have a deficit of $1.1 million. That's not quite true. That transfer is making up for the deficit, but it's not. So we have about $150,000 surplus budgeted for the end of this year. That with our fund balance of $5,899,421, we should end the year with a fund balance of $4,772,000.73. Any questions? Flip to the next section, the yellow section, is the special revenue fund. I'll just highlight some of the grants. This will be our block grants, preschool, IDEA, Title I. I revised up to the allocations that we received this year. There'll be another revision probably in June to actually reflect what we spend. But Title I, we got $1,059,445,000 this year, which is an increase from the prior year. We have the opportunity grant. This is part of the IDA grant, $47,394. So overall for the year, we had $4.9 million in grants projected. And the last section is the capital projects fund, the red provided. And this would be our maintenance fund, the first one. Our revenues are around $750,000. And the facility and acquisition construction services, $1.2 million, that's construction for the high school, the band complex. But we look for the efficiency of about $41,000 this year. Added to our fund balance of $384,428, and we should end the year with $343,004.
And that's it, we don't have any other major projects coming.
We are going to do a major renovation in the Sanford Avery building. Basically, desperately, yeah.
So we're gonna have the funds in that account.
Well, I think at the next board meeting, we'll have time to report on possible funding for that. Any questions? I apologize for my voice.
Okay, any questions?
This is action.
Requires action.
Okay. Any motion?
I'm going to put this up to the full board.
Have a motion and a second. Any other questions? Vote please.
Ms. Bell?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
Okay, item 4, receive 2019-20 operating budgets and authorize advertising in official journal for approval at next regular board meeting.
So this will just be received tonight, no items. But I'll go over some highlights. You'll see I have the organizational chart in here. The budget adoption instruments, which will go out after it's approved. The first section is general fund. And our proposed revenues for next year. As you can see, the bulk of our monies come from the NFP, around 96%. Right now, it stands at $8.7 million. We anticipate that to be a good bit more if the raises come through, and have not reflected the raises that are the legislature now, because we don't know that.
Because they are going to increase that, right? So,
The simulations have quite an increase, but, you know, until we know that for sure, we're gonna hold off. Probably in August, July, August, we'll take that. And the next page is our proposed general fund expenditures by function. And I've done it by instructional expenditures and non-instructional. You'll see where I'm projecting that we will meet 70% instructional requirement with 71.27%. And I've done a graph so you can see how it's split by each function. And when I say function, I mean like regular ed, special ed, vocational, business services, and they're all listed here. And on the next page, I did analysis about object code, which is salary and benefits, supplies and those kind of things. So I have those listed here. As you can see, the bulk of our money is in salary and benefits. 74%. And then the next page, I budgeted exactly the same amount in FP until we know for sure. That will definitely change. And the major thing, I went in and did the staff increases for the teachers and, you know, the benefits. Some of our retirement went down a little bit. So I made those adjustments. Basically, I didn't do a lot of changes. I budgeted basically what we've been spending, except for those changes. And we come out to with an excess of around $1,300. That added to our fund balance that I projected for 18-19. We should end the year with about $4.7 million next year. This will change dramatically when we get our new MFP. And they finalize staff and stuff, but right now we're pretty good about where we are.
numbers are looking good for now.
Any questions?
Considering that we don't actually have an official newspaper in the parish, what are we using as our official journal? Are we using the Advocate?
The Advocate, they're
Advocate?
using, I did find out, I went to a village meeting that everybody else uses the Daily Star.
The Star, which is, right, definitely covers part of St. Helena, not all of St. Helena.
Well, they told me that legislative officer said that the Daily Star has to be used circulation within the area. So, something to think about. We may have to advertise on villages in both of them.
Because the Advocate is ridiculous, the cost to advertise an Advocate is just really enormous, but.
That's what they, the last that, I spoke with them, they said that we may have to advertise in both.
Well, did they say what percentage of circulation the Star had to have to make that official?
They did, they were gonna look it up when they went back in the office, but, the assessor, I was gonna get with them. The other ones told me that everybody else in the parish uses the Daily special revenues of the orange tab. I just went in and budgeted the allocations that I knew, from the super app. And as you can tell, preschool, IDA going down, but quite considerably less than what we got this year, but they always are. Our first allocations are always smaller, and we have carryovers, so we don't expect them to look as healthy as they do right now. And the capital projects fund on the yellow tab is our maintenance budget. And right now, that particular fund is pretty strapped because had a lot of expenditures that shot that they didn't foresee with construction and removing that rural health clinic, those kind of things. We've had some pretty healthy expenditures with that, and we don't, hopefully don't anticipate having next year, so.
But we have another one, I'm not sure.
Probably for the year, it's looking like we may run short, but it'll just depend on, these big expenditures pop up, plumbing and different things, we have issues, so. And I do like to some of them. Have any questions? So this will be adopted.
Okay, we need a motion.
I move we receive 2019-20 operating budget.
Okay, a motion to sign up, so no other questions, we take a vote. Mr. Bell? Yes. Mr. King? Yes. Mr. Travis?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. Okay, that concludes the budget and finance.
Policy committees call for roll call.
Mr. Alvin Travis.
Here.
George Porter.
Present.
Ms. Linda King. Dr. Kelly Jo. Administrator.
First item is receive and consider for approval revised policies GAMD employee death penalty.
Yes, there were just some, you all approved this policy a few months back, so it was sent to board thought, and there was just some words, some language that needed to be cleaned up. So, for example, on page 2 of 3, we took out the Sam's and because that was the thing that was, you approved that being excluded. So, but it was not found on page 2, it was just the oversight. So they were able to catch that and make the correction. So it's just a matter of those just additional, just clean up a little language.
Can I get a motion?
So moved.
I said,
Been moved by Ms. Porter and second by Ms. Cheney that we receive this revised policy. Any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis.
Yes.
Ms. Porter.
Yes.
Ms. Cheney.
yes.
3-0, motion carried. Refer to the full board.
Second item is receive and consider for approval request to advertise for bids to purchase 2 new buses from the school district.
Yes, I'm requesting that we go out for bid for 2 new buses. As you know, one of our bus drivers will be retiring at the end of the year. And our athletic department is in a desperate need of another bus. So we're looking at getting 2 buses. Of course, those 2 buses will be on the regular route, but it would also be used to provide support to our athletic department. So just asking for that approval to move forward with requesting bids.
I so move.
I second.
Been moved by Ms. Cheney, second by Ms. Porter, that we consider for approval request to advertise for these bids. Is there any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis.
Yes.
Ms. Porter.
Yes.
Ms. Cheney. Yes. 3-0, motion carried. Refer to the full board.
Next item, receive and consider for approval request to utilize the piggyback option on Taxpayer Parish School System bids for processed foods, meat, and meat products, and frozen foods and vegetables.
I would like to ask approval to piggyback off of Tansville Parish food bids. Tansville Parish get better pricing because they're a larger district. By we being so small, our pricing is a little more costly. So on their meats and processed foods and frozen fruits and vegetables. The reason why I didn't do fresh fruits, they don't have the grant for the fresh fruit and vegetable grant. So this is something that we want to try. It's already in our contract, DJE. You have a copy of it. So this is something that we would like to try this year with your approval. Any questions?
Moved by Ms. Porter, second by Ms. Cheney, that we utilize the piggyback program at Tangipahoa Parish School. Any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. First and foremost.
The next item is receive and consider for approval request to begin bid process for the 2019-2020 school year for fresh fruits and vegetables, milk products, bread, papers, chemical products, pest control, and waste management.
Again, good evening, board. I also like to get your approval to start the advertising for the bidding processes for everything that's listed here. With your approval, I can start the bidding process.
Moved by Ms. Cheney, second by Ms. Porter, we consider approval of the rest of these items. Is there any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney? Yes. 3-0, motion carried. First and foremost.
Last item, receive and consider for approval the MOU between the Southeast Community Health Systems and the St. Louis Parish School System.
Yes, this is the yearly contract that we are memorandum of understanding that we receive from the community health systems where they provide their services to our schools and just asking for a renewal of the contract.
I so move.
Moved by Ms. Cheney. Second by Ms. Porter, that we receive in this contract. Any further discussion? Vote?
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney? Yes. Ms. Porter? Yes. 3-0, motion carried. First and foremost.
Okay, we got one other, committee that we need to add, that's the education committee. We got one item. Who's the chair of that committee?
Policy.
It's a policy. It's the MOU. Okay, now we need to add to that, education committee. Okay. Can I get a motion to add this committee, education committee meeting? Motion by Ms. Porter, second by Mr. Hughes. Any questions? No questions? Should pass by general consent. Education committee will come to order. Who's the chair official?
Roll call.
Dr. Byron Hurst.
Present.
Ms. Virginia Bell. Present. Ms. Linda Cheney.
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph. Here. Dr. Candace Robertson. Present.
We have one item, it's a cooperative endeavor agreement to engage out-of-school youth.
Yes. This cooperative endeavor is with the Workforce Commission. I just received an email today. Me and the representative of the Workforce Commission was going, about the MOU. And we're at a point now where we're ready to move forward with it. And what this does is provides voluntary, non-financial agreement to facilitate cooperation and coordination between the Workforce Development Board and the school board to provide opportunities and services for former students who become out of school youth. So this is for kids who may decide to drop out of school or kids who graduate actually and would like to get into the workforce. They provide services for these kids so that they won't just be out in the streets being non-productive citizens. So I'm requesting that we enter this cooperative endeavor with Workforce Commission. There's no cost to the district whatsoever.
Motion.
Make the motion that we enter into this agreement.
Motion by Ms. Bell, second by Ms. Cheney. Vote. Any questions? Vote.
Dr. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Bell. Yes. Ms. Cheney.
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. First and foremost.
That concludes education committee.
The meeting will come to order. We are now holding the meeting of the St. Helena Parish School Board. Roll call.
Ms. Joyce Porter. Dr. Darren Hurst.
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney.
Present.
Mr. George Hughes.
Present.
Ms. Virginia Bell. Mr. Alvin Travis. All members present.
Item B, approve minutes and agenda for March 14, 2019 committee meeting, March 14, 2019 regular board meeting, and the current agenda. Can I get a motion to approve these collectively?
I move we approve these collectively.
I second it.
Motion by Mr. Travis, second by Ms. Porter. Any questions? No questions, passed by general consent. Item C, the superintendent's report.
Good evening, board, good evening, community. We have a couple of items on my agenda. The first is to receive the financial dashboard from Ms. Amy Holland.
Good afternoon, Board. In your purple folders, you'll find the reports. The first report is the financial dashboard for March 31st. The cash on hand, I haven't had a chance to reconcile yet. It's early in the month and I had the budgets. The investments, now we have $3,012,943, so we get about $6,000 a month so far. The expenses, this month our expenses are $5,359,825.52, and the percent of budget used is 59%. I have the year-to-date budget comparison for general fund, which is, already went over the numbers. You can see where the percent of budget used is 59%. So, the next report is Title I. I was able to get the additional allocation in this budget comparison, the $1,059,445. Year-to-date expense is $411,564 for a percent of budget used. It's 39%. And the other report in your packet is the check register for all the checks that were printed, checks and vouchers for March. Any questions?
Next item on my agenda was to receive updates on the Arts and Technology renovation project. We were supposed to have a representative from Tipton and Associates who would provide you with that report, but they are not here at this time. So if they do show up, I'll ask that we allow them an opportunity to speak. Last thing on my agenda is third 9 weeks attendance matters report by Ms. Macy Washington.
Good evening, board, members of the community. We are excited with our Attendance Matters program. For the third 9 weeks, we did see a decrease only because it was kind of that flu season, and we had a lot of our students who were out ill and even staff members. But for the third 9 weeks, we did have over 100 students with perfect attendance, and for our employees, we had exactly 18 who had perfect attendance. Today I put together a slideshow for us to show our first semester celebration, which included our first 9 weeks and second 9 weeks. So for the first and second 9 weeks, for all students who had perfect attendance, we provided them with a pizza party, which was sponsored by Mr. George Tucker Law Firm and Marvin Tanner Jr. Trucking LLC. And the students enjoyed it. They were very excited. And one thing that the Attendance Matter team learned was that our students love cheese pizza and Capri Suns. And next, we cannot forget about our employees who sacrifice and come to work diligently every day. We had a breakfast for them to celebrate all staff and employees, whether they were a teacher, a custodian, a bus driver, or support staff for the first and second 9 weeks who had perfect attendance. And our breakfast was a hot breakfast, as you can see from the pictures. We made sure, let's just say that the Attendance Matter team and the Awesome Food Service Department made sure that no employee left empty-handed or on an empty stomach. We had door prizes for everyone there. Even some of the Attendance Matter team put on gloves and hair nets to make sure that the food service didn't have to overwork, and that we put ourselves to work to make sure that our employees were excited and appreciated, because we appreciate them. We know that they have regular lives and families just like we do, but they make sure that they put our students as a priority and come to work every day. And that's just to highlight some of our sponsors that we have had this first semester. We had the St. Helena Parish Clerk of Court, who sponsored our breakfast for our staff. Tucker Law Firm, who did the pizza party. Also with Marvin Tanner Jr. Trucking. And Marks Electric also provided us with monies to provide over 15 of our staff members with gas cards who had perfect attendance. And Miss Tillery as well, who donated $100 donation to Attendance Matter. Any questions? Thank you.
And that concludes my report.
Item D, committee reports, approved committee reports from April 11th, 2019. Can I get a motion?
Also move.
Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Mr. Hughes. Any questions?
Question
Okay.
on the policy committee, Ms. Candy, can we do that separately?
Separate, we will, okay. We'll approve all of them except for the policy committee with the MOU with Southeast, okay? Can I get a motion to that effect, Dr. Hurst?
So we approve all of them except for the one concerning the Southeast Union.
Okay, that motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Mr. Hughes, to approve all the committee report except for the MOU with Southeast. Any questions? No questions? Passed by general consent. Now, can we get a motion to approve the MOU with Southeast Community Health Services?
Also,
Motion by Mr. Travis,
I second.
second by Ms. Bell. Any questions? No question, roll call, please.
Ms. Porter,
Abstain.
Dr. Hurst,
Yes.
Ms. Cheney,
Yes.
Mr. Hughes, Ms. Bell,
Yes.
Mr. Travis.
yes.
5 yeas, 1 abstention, motion carried.
All right, next item, E, no new business. Item F, executive session. One, discuss and consider student expulsion appeals.
I make it go to executive session.
I think.
Motion by Mr. Travis, second by Ms. Porter, that we go into executive session. Any questions? No questions, should pass by general consent. I move that we, can I get a motion that we return from executive session?
Also move.
I second.
Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Ms. Porter, that we return from executive session. Any questions? No questions? Okay, general consent. All right, we went into executive session on, 2 expulsion appeal, and action was taken as, needed. We're moving to item G, meeting closing. Announcement of the next meeting date, which is
May 9th.
May 9th, 2019.
Here at the central office.
Committee meeting, 5:45, regular board meeting, 6 o'clock. Closing comments? No closing comments, board
I'd like to
member?
invite everyone to our ribbon cutting ceremony on April 20th, 10 o'clock, park, new basketball court. Thank you. Hope you can show.
What day?
April 20th, Saturday before Easter.
Any other comments? Can I get that final motion?
I come on.
Motion by Ms. Porter. This meeting is adjourned, second by Mr. Hughes. All in.